Hello and happy I Read Canadian Day to everyone. So today, in honor of I Read Canadian Day, I thought I would do a bit of a reading of Letter Sounds Abound for everyone. And this is really perfect, especially for your preschool, kindergarten kiddos. It's in the spirit of an alphabet book, but it goes a little bit further in kind of explicitly pointing out some of the key concepts about print and letter sound relationships than you might find in a lot of, more like alphabet board books and that kind of thing designed for younger children. So I will let the book speak for itself at this point. 44 sounds and 26 letters. The code is the way. They all work together. Letters are symbols that represent sounds. Look out for letters. You'll find them all around. We group letters together to form words. You can make any word you have ever heard. There are big ones and little, short and tall, but they make the same sound. Can you match them all? We read left to right, tracking each letter. Practicing lots helps our reading get better. Some sounds are shown by only one letter, while others are made when we put them together. Now, to start us off right, learning to read, let us start with the simplest sounds that we need. Point to the big letter, then to the small. You can hear the sound A makes in arm, ant, and all. Speaking of ants, aha, says this one. A is a vowel, so it is extra fun. A vowel is a letter that makes special sounds, like saying its name when others are around. Like in bake, mail, or day. A is a concern, but an sound for A is the first to learn. Speaking of ants, our next letter is B. It bounces our lips like in bug, bat, and bee. Bugs crunch on corn because it starts with a C, which makes a hard K without IY or E. In circus, cycle, centipede, or cent, the K sound is gone. You will hear S instead. Point to the big D and then to the small. D for the yard, where we dig for a doll. To remember if D points to left or right, think of your dad as he squeezes you tight. E is for effort, which this young elf shirks. He's enjoying rest in an evergreen shirt. Eek! Cries the elf when a friend comes to stay, for they eat his Easter eggs in just one day. Ferns with their fronds freely abound, fluffy like feathers, and the F sound. G for our garden where green garlic grows, green grass for geese who go south when it snows. With I, E, or Y, G can jump for joy till it makes the J sound in Jim, giant, and George. Point to the big H and then to the small. Hear this breathy sound in hot, house, and hall. Ickety, stickety, says our imp Mitch. It can't tolerate plants that are icky or itch. Since I is a vowel, it can call to itself. You can find its life's work piled on the bookshelf. Point to the big J and then to the small. Fishing for juniper, J jets past us all. The kids are all kidding around with their kite. And with C stuck to K, it will still sound alike. Now look at our log here that leans as it lies. We can leap with our legs off the log to the skies. Or maybe you'd munch on the mint growing here. At the foot of the mountain, minks may appear. Hear the N sound and look out for gnats. It's not nice to nab nuts when Nana naps. Our owl loves organic, oranges and toast. We hear him om-nomming on what he loves most. O is a vowel who can open up wide. Like an ogre with oats, he croaks, "Oh, what's inside?" Next trace the big P, and then trace the small, as puppies chase pigeons on paths past us all. Queenie is coming. Her steward's a you. She'll quiz us with questions and quack at us too. R is for the rocks that rise to the sky and rays that shine on it near red rows of rye. The sly snake comes slithering to bathe in the sun. The S has the same sound in sand, snail, and some. Point to the big T and then to the small. 10 trees grow to heights that are terribly tall. An ugly grub eats the tree's leaves all up, as a unicorn's bugle sounds bup, bup, bup. V is for vest, next to vegetable vine, as very vast veils of vegetation climb. Point to the big W and then to the small. W likes to hold water within wavy walls. Very few words like to start with an X. We add extra flax to our garden box mix. Yet there is no letter as lazy as Y, yapping for yams as the day goes by. So, when a Y joins a word at the end, it borrows the name of its E or I friend. As in happy, healthy, cry, sky, or buy. And to tell you which one, Y won't even try. Zoom, zap, zam, zipper. Zed's not just for Zen. And with this last letter, we are at the end. 26 letters and 44 sounds. The more that we look, we find letters abound. So we certainly didn't cover all 44 sounds, but it's a pretty good primer and book that you can kind of read with your child at different layers of depth kind of as they develop as readers and their letter and letter sound knowledge. So I hope you enjoyed.